What's up, everybody? My name is Astonishing Pix, and today we're gonna do another review on the Hammond Collection Tyrannosaurus Rex, or Rexy as you guys might know it. This is an exciting video for me. Of course, I usually don't collect dinosaurs, even though I do love Jurassic World and Park, the franchise. I love it, Ever since I was young, I've loved the movies. I've collected some dinosaur figures, but I wouldn't say that they were from the Jurassic line. I guess random dinosaurs here and there I've been buying back then. Up until like a few years ago, I wasn't really interested in any dinosaurs or any dinosaur related figures, to be honest. But I noticed that Mattel has started these new lines like Amber Collection, which I do know that it's been discontinued because it wasn't doing well, and they recently introduced the Hammond Collection, which is a 3 3/4 inch line or scale, as you can see. Again, I usually don't collect that scale for Star Wars. I mean, I do have some couple of figures, but I wouldn't say I'm a dedicated collector to that. I'm more of a 6-inch kind of guy. I got Rexy here because I saw that Mattel post or reveal, I think a few months back, when this was first revealed, and I thought it was amazing with the articulation and the paint details and everything. And of course, it does live up to those expectations, and there are some cons, but there are a lot of pros for me personally. But yeah, again, this figure has a beautiful sculpt, and I know it's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but there is great sculpt here with this figure, you could tell. And again, there's good paint details. I know I've seen other reviews of this figure, and just to kind of mix my my own opinion, because first impressions, I thought this was amazing, and I still think it's amazing. With that all out of the way, let's just get into the review. Okay, so for articulation, this figure does come with a lot of good articulation for a dinosaur, so you can open up the mouth, which is, again, should be a standard for every dinosaur, and I think it's very cool how wide it could go and everything. And it's interesting that the tongue and these little I guess flaps on the side, I don't know what they're called, they are made of a rubber material, which is pretty cool. Again, I have no complaints over that. I know that other lines that Mattel has a more plastic hardness to this. It's just cut and then you could close it and everything. Again, personally, I think that it's cool. It's fine. He also does, she also does have pretty good neck articulation here and here. And this is all just a rubber piece here. I know that the texture kind of varies from plastic to rubber to, again, plastic, which I guess it is kind of a weird inconsistency that I guess would have been better for them to improve on. But again, it's fine for me. I'm not bothered by that at all. I think it just flows well, and it does go, the neck and everything, it does go up about that height. And she also does have I guess waist articulation, so she can go down somewhat, she can go up, she can go side to side. I guess the only issue I have with it is that it does squeak a lot when when you move it. I don't know if that's causing some kind of paint scrubbing or scraping, and there is that fear because this figure did cost $50, so you'd expect a little bit more a little bit premium for your money. But yeah, it does squeak a lot, and I'm pretty sure that could be an easy fix. The arms also come articulated. You can move them out and in, but I wouldn't say the articulation is there or is that you know, rangeful when it comes to that. So it's pretty okay, I guess, for her small arms. And she does come with elbow articulation. Again, doesn't move that much, but you know, they're tiny arms, so I can't really say that it's terrible. I guess she also has wrist articulation, which is pretty cool. And she also has leg articulation, which she can move about that far up. Maybe you could do 180 or almost. And as you can see, she can move back. And she also has knee articulation, double jointed, which is pretty cool. I think I have to heat the figure up because it is kind of stiff. And she also has, I guess, whatever this joint is called, articulation in her ankle, I guess. And it's pretty good. You can see it rotates around. It has actually pretty good pivot for a dinosaur. For a dinosaur figure, it has great pivot. It is pretty cool to see a highly articulated dinosaur figure. And you know, for the tail, I guess it would be really important to mention that she does have articulation lines here and here, so she does move a bit, but it kind of looks, I guess, kind of odd. But you know, it moves around wherever you want to go pretty well. And the final part here is actually, I guess, bendy wire, but I wouldn't say it moves that well. It is kind of rigid in a sense. So I mean, you can pose it and everything, but I wouldn't say you could go crazy with the articulation. Anyways, that was the articulation. Now I want to get into the pros and cons, but let me just start with cons first. So if you notice that her eye here, the first con I would say about this is that the eye is like a glass eye basically, and like other collectors would say, I see what they try to go with. They try to give that effect, you know, shininess and everything, and from a certain point of view, when you look at the figure in person, it looks like the eye is following you around, which is pretty cool in concept and on paper. But you know, when I don't think it's done very well, because the eye does look faded and it looks like it's all the way in the back of the skull. And right now, if you're looking at it, it looks like it looks like the iris isn't even there, or the pupil, I would say. And you might see it, but it looks very cloudy. It looks diluted, and it comes across as the dinosaur looking like it's dead. So it doesn't really look as good as some people would wanted. I mean, again, you could see it, but you'd have to, like, if there's no light and everything, you can't really see it. But yeah, that's kind of an issue that I would have. I guess if they're gonna do another type of release, which I think they did, I think a month ago, they released like a convention exclusive. So, and I don't know if that one has painted eyes or not. But it would be cool if Mattel would just stick with painted eyes instead of the glass looking eye effect. Another con of this figure, I would say, is that I guess it kind of looks a little bit glossy. You could chalk it up to it being like a rain effect, but again, the convention exclusive that they have was the rain deco that they had, so I guess it would have benefited with a matte coat, I guess. The final con that I would have about this figure would be the feet. Now, at first glance, you'd be like, what's wrong with the feet? You know, they look pretty good. Well, yeah, I guess they it does look pretty good if it was a cartoon figure. I think the feet are a bit too, I guess, big. I'm not sure if it's not the size wise, if this is actually the correct size or not. Again, I'm not a paleontologist or anything, or a dino expert. But all I know is that the feet look cartoony compared to the rest of the figure. I know they probably did this for safety reasons and stuff like that, but the nails or the claws, they're all pretty dulled out. Like, they look round and they look cartoony, I would say, which I guess it's fine for the safety concerns, but it does really take away from the figure because it does look cartoony and it doesn't look realistic at all. Again, this figure is great. Just look at it. It just looks realistic. You could pose it up with anything and have a good shot if you're a photographer or not. This figure does not come with any accessories, and again, it's a dinosaur. It doesn't need to come with any accessories whatsoever, so it coming with no accessories is completely fine. And I think it's pretty cool that Mattel is releasing the Hammond Collection, you know, with all these highly articulated dinosaurs and like 3 3/4 inch figures. Again, I probably won't be collecting the figures at all because I have no interest in ever owning or, you know, expanding my 3 3/4 inch collection. So I think I'm just stick with this dinosaur and maybe get some velociraptors here and there maybe. But as far as my dino collecting, I guess this would be my first and last. If you're a dino collector, I highly recommend you guys get this figure. Unless the cons, you know, outweigh the pros, which again, the pros are that it has a good paint job, pretty good articulation, and yeah, it's just amazing. I just love how this figure looks like. Again, I used to collect dinosaurs and so like the toys of them, and you know, I remember I used to be playing with just like a Jurassic type style like expedition stuff, and like I just pretend the dinosaurs actually be attacking the people. And I know it sounds kiddish and everything, but you know, that was me back then. You know, just owning something like this just makes me remember all the good times I had back then. And again, I know it's just a toy, but you know, sometimes a piece of plastic could just give you great nostalgia. If I were to rate this figure, I'd probably give it a...
Hey, that's pretty good.
It's a great figure. Just the feet and the glass eye, and I guess the squeaking would be some of the issues that I wish that would have been better. And yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what I should do for future stuff. Yeah. Oh, and I have a merch shop. Please check it out. I'll try to put it in the description. Again, I'm usually not consistent with that. But yeah, guys, peace.